Good morning, folks. It's 8:38 a.m. on the 21st day, 3rd month at 2024. This is Rob D coming to you live from your Poontang, Queensland. Hey, boy, are you about to catch a bat in the Brisbane area? It's not looking good, not looking good at all as they spit the tendril off of the low, formerly known as Megan. We'll head towards the west as a new system is being directed towards you now. And as we get towards the Glasshouse Mountain areas and these flats out here, they're going to be inundated. You're going to be cut off if you're in some places like maybe like Mullaney and places like this because of the running waters. It's going to get quite bad. The minute totals on the fives are in the 6 and 7 centimeter range. Says tendril out at sea is showing 8 centimeters of rain. As you follow this little lollipop looking thing here, showing you the totals on this island of Bribey, right? And how quickly these tendrils are moved over you is kind of amazing to watch. As the cold air and frost and stuff reported up in the Blue Mountains, it's cold is going to now start sinking into the trough. It's really going to feed some very volatile weather between like this area here. If you made a triangle between Woodinbong, Mawillimbah, and Lismore, in Warwick, you have got a tendril that's being dropped on you over the next 5 days. As you can see here, the swelling of the streams known as the Northern Rivers area is beginning to happen. And this is your 24-hour totals for this area here. So to get in and out of Nimbin is going to be a problem. That Queensland, New South Wales road is I'm here just to the west of UK. UK showing just under a centimeter of rain hitting in 24 hours, but some places might see 3 or 4 centimeters, some might see none because of the way these tendrils are being bombed on top of today, which I'm watching right here. As you can see, the energized area here, right, spelling out where the disastrous zone is going to be. You see that area there? You see the outflow boundaries of EMF here and here? Right? This is why you're going to have problems up here, as these outflows of EMF are headed in both directions to fuel these events. And this cold air being going to be deployed into this storm over the next 24 hours is going to make your weather over the next 3 days extremely volatile, highly tornadic, and that is my biggest concern of all. And the possibilities of seeing real tornadoes in this event that's coming is quite real. Let me see if I can get the laser pipes I seen earlier over here. We had a big cloud mess, and then holes started to appear in it that they call the Fall Street cloud. And I don't see any evidence of them currently, but I had it on earlier, but it was raining too hard to attempt a broadcast. And if I pause this one or end it suddenly, it's because of the amount of noise that's coming. You see, there's something in here is generating clouds. You see how it shuts something out? We got a crush over there with boom, 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 center point there, plume it out as this cluster moves along. That's caused a square haze around the deployment vehicle itself as it's moving along. There's evidence of lasers right here. Right, I have a cloud deck like this, right, and I hit it with lasers from space, which you guys are just starting to get aware of. It'll make this formation because it blows out a hole, and then the recondensation of the hot air from the hole and this coming in will always condensate a jellyfish-looking cloud down towards the ground. The drippy chemtrails, and boy, can these trigger some storms very suddenly, creating this much energy and individualized flows to fuel supercells. And this, to me, is evidence of lasers being deployed, directed energy weapons in the weather war upon the peaceful population of Australia, Gold Coast here. This is a bad area to be. Your atmosphere is extremely volatile. As I move a little bit more to your west, you can see all the chem deployments here. I do. I see the bomb here with the boom, 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 and tendrils with more boom, 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 and boom, boom, boom. This is a very complicated thing to do. But when you've got billions and billions of dollars to privately spend to own the weather, to own the crops, to own the food supply, and the water supply if it becomes too toxic, and if you own medical care and what's allowed to be spoken about is what healing is, where then we got problems. I do believe that balloon station is making an ionized square over the top of the receiver of the balloon station, the green box with the four antennas on it. I can do this type of effect if they energize just correctly. Look at the sideways square blown out here, just dripping down. Drippy chemtrails. And if I have a drippy chemtrail really high up and I fly a jet plane underneath it at 32,000 feet, it's going to nucleate a chemtrail that's going to last because the fallout of what was deployed in the sky, like stuff like this, will nucleate because it's falling out. And it's great evidence of fallout when you see that happen. There's not a switch on and off again. However, there are different clouds that are falling out with spaces between them. And I witnessed that happen with a Qatar airline flight yesterday to a DOH over in Dubai. See? A blown out spot using lasers to create little flows. Now the stuff that's getting you is here. The low of the storm they call formerly known as Cyclone Megan, migrate Megan, giving everybody a headache, is here. This is not that storm. This is moisture generation being done, bombing up the atmosphere, shooting some of the moisture from that into the condensatable nanoparticles. Condensatable, yes, you can make a condensate. Yes, just vibrate the molecule. How can you vibrate it? Well, you dildos, you could use EMF. The fryers will do that part for you nicely. And this whole line becomes an electrical duct for incredible electrical effects. Now we got the low deck bringing the cold air up here, right? And it's going to stir right up under this cloud mass here. And well, this is the slow kick in of what the result of that through high pressure here will cause small little spins. And to get the rest of the flows, you need them fall street clouds like I showed you earlier here, just going over Gold Coast over here, as you'll see here again, the fall street clouds being used. And to trigger your intense storms you're going to have. It's going to be maybe even a bit of hail. It's not going to surprise me. Another bomb been deployed here out west. See it right here? These are the chemical catalysts being deployed in the atmosphere. They did a really big one over at the Hobart area today, down in Tasmaniacal area down there. Yeah, look, right in the circulation, we got a big square. This is moisture generation. This is inserting moisture into the atmosphere through even aluminum salts will wick moisture up. If you put aluminum salts in a dish in a humid room, the dish will fill with water. If you spray that in the sky, yeah, same thing will happen. I'm going to show you this cloud of chemicals that was deployed to make the radar in super darn more effective. And you can see a waveform blowing out from it. Now watch. See that waveform coming out? That fryer's on. I saw a really good one out here. You'll see this thin line right here. Some EMF is coming out from the ship right here, and that's going to slow some of this mass down so to hold the rotation off of this here to keep it from spinning a full cyclone on you, which it could have done without that move. Oh yeah, without that move, a lot would have happened. You got a scalar square out here, bomb over here. Scalar square has been deployed here. See the voice box? One of your radars could easily do that. Most likely would be a guilty gimpy. It would probably be the most likely culprit. See the V over here? That's an outflow boundary line. If you come over here and look at the radar image, it should load pretty well. And you'll see the radars come on. I'll do the 6 hour, 12-hour back so you get more of an idea of some of the heated outflow lines that were deployed. So I'm going to let this load a second while I have a sip of my delicious coffee. Oh my, are we running like Gump? Good morning, Sue. I'm happy I make you laugh. Well, we got to laugh about this because otherwise we curl into a ball, right? You never want to ever function again. Boy, is this some hellacious EMF out here at sea. New Zealand, a lot of years was low-level deployments out here. You know that thing that looking like old clown nose with the Pinocchio lying politician look face thing out here? Yeah, that's the laughing Greta, the clowns with the mask on. Yeah, that's what my Imaginarium enjoys most. Oh my God, would have just let go. I'm trying to show this and my mouse is being dysfunctional. There's another batch of rain coming, so If it rains really loud, I'll put the forecast on and just let it roll and let you hear it. Yeah, because, well, this is live and it's as professional as I can give it to you guys. That's right, I'm going to give it to you professionally. Look at the waveforms coming over to land this direction here. This straight is black because that's not going through like it should. The momentum of that should have carried it through straights. That's evidence of microwave deployments. You have a beam sweep that came through here. You see how the flow split? So that's holding this down to come in starting on the south of the island and then fold in right up the old wazoo known as the sphincter. That's right, and the highly blocked up intestines of Auckland itself. And we'll definitely be seeing the chem storms today. Yeah, but sometimes I have a laugh. So I will continue now. Who else is fucked? The totally fucked. Tang, yeah, we're having some action today. You see this square here? Like I pointed out earlier, is most likely being made by that device that releases balloons. It has a green box next to it, which is the receiver of the signal from the balloon, and we can ionize using those four antennas and make a square that looks like this. We absolutely can. I don't think it was Mackay radar that did that one because it was too busy making a big pulse beam, big nipple rippler out there, areolaling the sky. Yeah, yeah, I fucking went through. Oh shit, I swore. Fuck. Cunt. Oops. Wankers. If I get a Tourette's thing, will you understand? What number did they write here? Let's see. The number of the beast will be 911T, 91T. That must be somebody's initials. They graduated this year, and they wanted to make sure the geoengineering degree they have shows a new storm. And boy, do I always see new things around Mother's Day USA time when the kids graduate from the doctoral programs. And well, University of Wisconsin-Madison is the geoengineering school. I imagine you take special clearances to get into those classes. Yeah, they teach this stuff. I just told you something. Go look it up. Prove me wrong, SpongeBob. Oh, skeleton head face out west here. We seen the tiki the other day. It looks like it's still here. They're coming. They're coming for your roads. They're coming for your bridges. They're coming for your existence. They're coming for your soul. Because they're a bunch of donkeys. Ass souls. That's right. They're a bunch of ass souls. Look at that bombs out here. My gosh, this is disgusting. I think I'll roll it now. Let's see what we got here going on the fryer ends of things. On the totally turned down radar feeds where you can't even see you got a total whiteout. There was a missing data there. The big flash right about here. Let's see what they leave out. There's like some time missing here. And suddenly all this storm, right? We go from 3 hours and 51 minutes ago to 1 hour. So they missed out an entire hour of data has been left off this 1 hour jumps of this feed. That's fucking wrong. They just left data off. I just busted that. So something occurred from one of these stations at that time. Because what do they say to us? Well, Grafton is beam, and you can see the curves of it right through here in the slide corridor has been created. Another pulse down low. Oh, you ain't gonna hide your lies from my motherfucking eyes, and don't you lie to me, motherfuckies. How you having it there, Cuffs? Hacking? The waterfalls are gonna be very spectacular as these things, all these rivers fill up, and all those creeks start creaking on the banks. And the geoengineers apply the bombs and the blasters and bzz, bzz. We're not talking pew pew. Well, we're talking some Star Wars weaponry being deployed. And it's making our air smell bad. Pew pew. P-U, you stink. Earth has a body odor. Smelling like sulfur, man. We'll be back in the Neanderthal days. People all scared of a fucking eclipse because the supplies in the town might get wiped out by everybody showing up there and they tell people they have school up because they had a problem last time. Oh, you guys need to do your homework. They took a flag at half-mast when the Queen died. People paraded around trying to tell me King Charles is dead. Get the fuck out of here using your old imagery. Get the fuck out of here with your lies. And get the fuck out of here telling me there's such a thing called global warming when I watch microwaves warming the globe all the time. And I'm watching these chem bombs absolutely suck the life out of my planet. Chem bombs suck. They fucking do. And if you don't think chem bombs suck, I think you suck. I think you suck fucking dick. Yeah. You're Peter Puffers of the system. Licking their boots of the goose step. Totalitarian style. We need to become totalitarians and we tell the truth, things we can prove. The, the truth does not give a shit about Robert Deutsch's opinion, and it damn sure don't give a shit about yours. It just is. And deal with it. Suck it up, buttercups. You've been sprayed like bugs. Suck it up, buttercups. They gave you a death jab. They sold you something to depopulate. You suck it up, buttercups. You gonna fight before you leave? You gonna join us? Or you gonna fight me? Because I ain't got no time for it. You want to android yourself, plug yourself into the AI computer with your very existence all the time? That's your fucking choice, not mine. I say no more, no more. I'm not the system whore. And damn if I want a walking camera next to me to record everything I say, because you took something in your body that they didn't tell you. You are a human walking experiment if you've been vexed. What a fucking shame. Now we're heading into a time I'm concerned about. Now we're going to look at the temperatures a bit here because this is going to come into play. Got all the natural dynamics, that cold air down here. It's the wrong time of day to look for cold air. There we go. 2 a.m. It's a bit nipply down there in the Blue Mountains. Yeah, the lips will be turning blue out there. 5 degrees. You'll get shrivelly grump nuts out there. Watch your boys when you're peeing outside. So we has had some frosting incidents, so you might want to bring some of your plants inside at night because don't believe they're going to tell you the truth about the weather when they just removed an hour of the radar feed from our eyes. When they ask for our money to give you us so they can give forecasts, and all they're doing is giving you lies, and a big cold pocket of air come through here. Get them winter clothes out. You're gonna need them. Oh, and a big scorcher here. That's gonna feed a ton of hot air in here. It's really gonna fuel some action. You want to see what that did? Thermodynamics will come into play. Right, as we go into the Skull and Bones 23rd, doom, 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 doom. All these radars are going to have to be on up here to create that flow. But you know, when they turn off the radar feed so you can't see what's honestly occurred that I was looking at just before and describing to you on my other thing, there will beamline effect in this one, so they pin that storm up there while this is creeping your way. So they want the momentum to spit the moisture down to bring it that way while they hold the storm's momentum here, and all it's doing is acting like a gear. And man, it's just depositing water after water after water on an area that just don't need it. It just don't need it. They could use geoengineering to mitigate harm, to put out wildfires, yet it's chosen to only grab your land. And now we have to wonder what projects for the 2032 Olympics are wanted for this area they keep flooding and destroying. Now we have to wonder about that. So you guys got some homework to do about your own master plan, the Nazi term master plan for rebuilding your area as he looks at a upside down swastika here of weather, which is a near impossibility to be occurring. Triple front. You got a front, but yet you have that front. That's impossible. Only beams are going to do that. And that's what's fucking the far north. Yep. And see that turnaround line, you're going to be heating it up here to curve that around, and then we finally get some rains here. Tuesday the 26th in the afternoon, storms will finally come and go. And they might pick up a couple centimeters that are well needed in some areas of this beautiful, beautiful country. It's gorgeous out here. I can't come up with enough adjectives to say, wow, and I'm impressed. It's nice and warm like Mexico, and the mosquitoes are just as fierce, and it's beautiful. And there's still some really cool folk around. I mean, just have such a pleasure to run into. Cooper Petey, Cooper Petey, Cooper Petey. Hey, SA, you're getting some action here coming on Friday. And it's coming right on down to the wine field, and there you go. Oh, well, will they put a beam up and make sure you stay droughted out, ready to burn? A whole lot of chem and a whole lot no rain. Oh, look at the beam line through here. That was radars that did this. Those next rads they didn't show you did this. It's not a pulse wave. They're very clever how they did that. See the beam swept here and here that came down. See the beam swept that cut through here and here, keeping that storm in its grasps, keeping it held as they strip the moisture off and have a reverse flow coming this way. See how they reverse the flow? Everything should be channeling into that. But because they interfered with it electromagnetically, we have a strand that's going opposite flow. See? It's not toilet flushing like it should. So EMF has directed a lateral flow of moisture in this direction, and it's being held aloft on nanoparticles of chemtrail mix, sickness mix. Taste the sickness of the mixes that you got. You've been twatted a lot. The chemtrails coming, settling on the trees. Taste the sickness of the mixes. It's what you got. It's what you got, 'cause chem bombs deployed on thee. Boom, boom. Yeah, big sky sharks, man. Cases of skyria running wild. Staining up the underwear of the world. Or the upperwear. Yeah, the upperwear is being fucked. Some ideas need to be Tupperware from the upper air, and I'll tell you, adding acid to the sky is stupid. It defoliates. It insults my intelligence to say that helps things. Why don't you stick your finger up your nose and help like Ralphie? It's more believable. But Ralphie's only helping himself when he's picking his nose. Only he breathes better. Everybody else has to feel vomitational. And in a vomitational world where I'm looking at the 30th, going toward the end of the month, and I see a second massive line of rain headed your way, we have to wonder, where will the beam separate it? Will it go to northern rivers? Will it be directed over to the suburbs of Brisbane? Will it be directed toward where the new hotel complexes are wanted over at Harvey Bay? Will it swell the streams that kill your dreams? Will it make you owe nothing? Will that make you happy? Only you can decide. Be you, be free, be oneness. Big love, stay safe, peace.